In supply chain, there are various components that are required for required to be considered for migration. Things like open orders, be it purchasing or be it sales. And then in orders, you got different types of orders. In purchasing, you can have purchasing of goods, purchasing of services. In sales as well, same thing. You can have services selling, selling, or the goods selling. And depending on the various scenarios, you can have different complexities as well. And also, pricing conditions might come in as well. Purchasing info record might come in as well on the purchasing side. Sales pricing conditions in the sales side would come in as well. And then we can have scenarios which are like intermediate transactions, like the goods issue transactions. Delivery might have been completed, but there is no goods issue done. Or maybe the goods issue has been done, but not invoiced yet. And those scenarios can have a lot of complexity, and business might like to have the data which have the continuity, and many a times it is difficult to replicate these intermediate transactions into the new system, and business will need to be explained, and they have to be informed about the transitionary period, and they should have the proper change management in place as well. That way they would be properly informed, they can make their own plans, and there would be a period in which they have to take care of these intermediate transactions in a certain way, and then once they're closed, they're completed, then they know they can continue with their basic business processes. In logistics, you can have stocks at different levels. You can have stocks which are unrestricted. You can have stocks which are specifically purchased for certain sales orders, and they would be therefore sitting at the sales order level. So stocks might have been received, but you cannot have it as unrestricted, because in that case, once the project goes live or it carts over to the new system, those stocks can be consumed by other sales orders, and that would be wrong. So we need to have mechanisms to cover that scenario as well. Stocks could be There could be consignment stock. Um, Stock in transit could be there as well. In those scenarios, um, things would be difficult to migrate, and you have to explain to business to find out possible mechanisms, and probably close them off, so that these open transactions are no longer open. When you receive goods from the supplier, and they might be sitting at the warehouse, and so bin to bin movement might have been triggered, but the transport order has not been confirmed yet, and in that case, it has to be migrated as open TO.
Yeah. So basically, these are the different objects that you can see on the screen that one would come across in the migration scenario for any project. There would be open transactions in the sales or the sales or the procurement, open sales orders, open deliveries, open purchase orders, open goods receipts, not invoiced type of scenarios. Even in sales as well, you got open goods issue has been completed, but the invoice issue has not been done yet. There would be objects like purchasing info record. There would be objects like source list. Inventory data would be there as well. Bins, sorry, the stock quantities and the amounts, the values would be inventory level, and then you got stock quantities at the different bin level as well. So this is a list, and you get a basic overview of how you can attempt to look at migration requirements for any project, and then you then ascertain which are required and which can be then which can be taken out of scope depending on the business requirements. Thank you for watching.